Musicians chasing that crystal-clear stage mix, without breaking the bank, usually end up wading through an endless swamp of overpriced gear, which is precisely where these little wedge monitors from Seismic Audio catch your attention. Out of the box, the build feels remarkably solid for the price point, carrying that rugged, road-ready heft without requiring a gym membership just to load them into the van. Now look, nobody is mistaking the cabinet finish for high-end European birch furniture. But the tough carpeting and heavy-duty corners mean these things can take a few accidental kicks during a chaotic soundcheck and keep on ticking. Setting them up on stage is straightforward enough. They sit at a very natural angle on the floor, pointing right up at the vocalist or guitarist without slipping around, thanks to some decent rubber feet on the bottom. When running signals through the XLR inputs, the connection clicks in with a reassuring snap, and the built-in power amplifier delivers a clean 250 watts of maximum output power, which is plenty of punch for small to medium club gigs, jam spaces, or vocal monitoring. Vocals cut through the mix surprisingly well, and those titanium horns add a crispness to the high end that keeps everything articulate, though honestly, if you push them into absurdly loud territory with heavy synth bass, you might notice the lows getting a bit muddy. They are 10-inch speakers after all, so physics still applies, and they are built primarily for vocal clarity and instrument tracking rather than rattling the back wall with sub-bass. The controls on the back panel are refreshingly simple. No overly complex digital menus to fiddle with when the clock is ticking, and the drummer is already hitting the kit. What stands out, though, is just how reliably they project sound across a crowded stage, letting performers actually hear themselves without cranking the main house volume into distortion territory. They might lack the fancy brand name badge of gear costing 3 times as much, and the power switch has a slightly cheap click to it, but for gigging bands needing an active wedge setup that won't require a loan, these definitely get the job done nicely.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.